Little Title Tales. How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Jennifer Lopez, to quote the great Robin Green, yo, you have gone cray cray. What am I talking about, you guys? There's something really going on between Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner and J-Lo. Let's get into this. First, let's talk the tattoo. Then we're gonna talk about Mark Anthony and his pregnant wife. And we're finally going to get in who is the result of Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, aka the current Miss Ben Affleck, because you know there's going to be many more, and how she is losing her mind. And where does it all start at? Arod, the man who really might have broken her heart. Y'all, let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about the tattoo, right? First of all, as you know, J-Lo and Ben Affleck had a romantic Valentine's Day. Now listen, I don't want to play photo assumption because you know photos can be anywhere, but the photos are giving Jennifer's miserable and Ben is sedated. Something's going on. A lot of people says he has relapsed. I don't understand why he keeps looking like he has windburn and tunnel vision in the middle of the day. He looked you know what? Ben looks like he literally just woke up from a drunken stupor. But let's talk about what's making all that has the town talking. Jennifer Lopez posted a tattoo that Ben Affleck had. So Jennifer got like a henna infinity tattoo. It looks like henna. It might be real. Let's also not forget there's the epidermal, the epidermal tattoos that look like real tattoos, but they fade after 1 year. Okay. Jennifer got a tattoo. We don't know if it's a temporary tattoo. We don't know if it's the permanent or if it's henna, but it's infinity. She also showed Ben's tattoo, which just says J and Ben. But people are saying, and by people, I mean the blinds at Crazy Days and Nights, are saying that his new one isn't new. Jennifer Lopez, whether she knows it or not, people are saying is showing off a tattoo that Ben got for Jen Garner. Let's not forget her name's Jennifer too. After I believe he got caught cheating on her for the umpteenth time. That's right. Again, does Jennifer know that she is flaunting what people are saying is an old tattoo on Ben Affleck, right? It's the one he did for Jennifer Garner. Are Jennifer Garner and the kids going to keep quiet about this? Jennifer is desperate. J-Lo is desperate to change the narrative. But let's talk about some other stuff. And this is the tea, right? Listen, it's a bit hypocritical that people are saying that Jennifer hated Ben Affleck's Phoenix tattoo, but is going giddy about the infinity tattoo that she got for him, but that he got for Jennifer Garner. Okay. Now, why are people saying, and thank you so much, Robin, for pointing this out. Why are people saying, you know what? Let me just read you her words, right? Why is there all these dramas about a tattoo that may or may not be old? Well, as you know, Arod posted a beautiful Valentine's Day tribute to his girlfriend, who's a fitness guru or an entrepreneur. Listen, right? But there's more. The song he used for this video was Lovely Day by Bill Withers. When him and J-Lo were together, he posted a Valentine's tribute to her using that exact same song. Just the two, well, sung by the same artist, Just the Two of Us. Also sung by Bill Withers. Listen, I will say something. A-Rod may be a known cheater, but one person he is faithful to is Bill Withers. But you guys, there's more. There's more, because this is groundbreaking, right? Then Mark Anthony and his new bride, 23-year-old new bride, Nadia, announced that they're expecting a baby. J-Lo got hit with a double whammy, but listen to this. There are some, Robin's claiming the quietest is kept. J-Lo is well aware of what Alex is up to, but makes pretend that she doesn't care. Now, a lot of people, and this is what Robin's asserting, and she might have a thing, says that everybody thinks that J-Lo is so in love with Ben. Robin doesn't think that's the case. She believes that she really loved Ben 20 years ago, but he really dogged her out and showed his true narcissistic colors. Robin believes, and many people also believe, that J-Lo is still in love with A-Rod, right? And she makes a lot of points. This is the most interesting one. Men have cheated on J-Lo before, But do you ever recall her going to these extremes, totally erasing all traces of Arod on her social media accounts and her documentary Halftime? Not saying or mentioning his name. Let's not forget that it was A-Rod's 20-year friendship with Jay-Z that was responsible for J-Lo landing the Super Bowl gig, and not Benny Medina like most people thought. Let's also not forget her longtime business manager. Benny Medina is not a fan of Ben Affleck at all. As a matter of fact, Ben, according to reports, wanted him to go to Skedaddle. However, Benny is a big fan of J-Lo and A-Rod. For her to cut Alex out of her life like he didn't exist, listen, when he's the one who got her the Super Bowl gig, again, seems super, super bitter. Now, Robin thinks it screams bitter and ungrateful. I don't think it's ungrateful. I think it screams like you hurt her to her core. Jennifer was building a life with A-Rod and his daughters. It was a super blended family. She was happier than she's ever been in her life. And she loved the fact that they had the same culture, which is a big thing, especially when you spent the last 20 years dealing with a heartache for a Southie Boston, no shade to Southie, but a Southie working class Boston family that thought J-Lo wasn't good enough for their cheating, drug addicted, alcoholic son. I mean, come on, that had to be a slap in the face. Now, here's the interesting thing. It was also Alex who encouraged J-Lo to start J-Lo Beauty. He was the co-founder and he put up 75% of the initial investment into J-Lo Beauty. This is a stark comparison between J-Lo and Ben, where J-Lo either pays for everything or she has to go in 50-50. Alex actually had the money and the business acumen to really help J-Lo build something, as opposed to Ben, who's only worth 150 million. And I know 150 million is a lot of money. J-Lo's worth 400 million. And she has more business acumen, more this, more that. But A-Rod actually helped J-Lo's purse and upgraded her and got that Super Bowl gig that J-Lo was talking about. She was mad she had to share the stage with Shakira. Baby, I know we in America, we know J-Lo, but come on, Shakira should have been the one mad that she had to share the stage with you. But anyway, there's more, right? Okay, now listen, this is the real tea. Robin's claiming that J-Lo would not have gotten J-Lo Beauty off the ground financially if it wasn't for A-Rod, all right? Again, Robin feels bad for A-Rod, saying people are making him out to look like a bad guy, and he is a cheater. Robin says he's not perfect, nobody is, and yes, he has a history of being a serial cheater. But according to industry people, Jen is also a serial cheater. That's true. Her first husband did say that she lied and cheated. J-Lo's also a serial cheater, and she's definitely done her share of dirt over the years. True, but I do want to counter. I feel like J-Lo has maybe done her dirt, but she was all in when it came into A-Rod. Again, A-Rod is the type of cheater where you're literally going to have to either look the other way, or maybe at this point, J-Lo's like, I'm not dealing the rest of my life with a cheater, right? But it also goes to show how deeply in love J-Lo was with A-Rod. They're saying that, again, they're saying J-Lo is not innocent in this. It seems like J-Lo is going out of her way to get back at A-Rod. They're calling it childish and petty. The way she ghosted his daughters was beyond mean-spirited. Usually people that invest that much energy into making someone jealous or mad clearly still have unresolved feelings for the person that he or she is trying to hurt or humiliate. Now, she says, A-Rod has not said one disparaging or bad word about Jen since the breakup. That speaks volumes. And again, the rumor that J-Lo people are putting out about Alex's kids to outlets such as ET, Entertainment Tonight, blah, blah, blah. J-Lo has no contact with his girls since their breakup. A-Rod is not that kind of father to keep his daughters away from J-Lo. It is J-Lo who put up the no contact with the girls barrier. She's more than likely told M and Max not to contact Alex and his girls. Now, again, like many people say, I can understand J-Lo being super, super angry at Alex, but to actually do this no contact thing, and this would explain also the way Jennifer keeps saying that the kids are having time adjusting to Ben's family. I think that J-Lo is like, they're not in our lives anymore. don't ever contact Arod and his girls again. The way that she was telling them that they were like her daughters and all lovey-dovey. And again, she's mad at Arod, and maybe this is what she had to do to be okay. But is she thinking about her children? Because let's also look at this. Back to, doesn't it all make sense now? The kids are having trouble adjusting. It's still not a blended family. You moved your kids not only away from Miami where their father is, and who knows how involved Mark Anthony is or not, because he has issues too, but you moved them away from their father. But it's not just their father, it's their school, it's their friends. Let's not forget, in pandemic, they spent every waking moment with Arod and his girls. Pandemic years, at my point, are like dog years. A year, 2 years in pandemic and lockdown is like spending 5 years in real life, because you only could see those people. So I'm guessing the bond they got was super, super strong, right? Now, Mark Anthony, let's talk about him, because he's becoming a father for the 7th time. They said Jenna's more than likely a bit shady, seeing that the mom-to-be is 23 years old, beauty pageant winner. J-Lo doesn't take kindly to folks, particularly in this case, her exes taking up a bit of spotlight. Robin has a good point when she says, notice lately articles are coming out on a daily basis about Bennifer. Her PR machine is definitely working overtime. It seems that J-Lo is doing everything in her power to stay relevant, no matter how outlandish or ridiculous a spectacle it turns out to believe. Listen, this is the last thing I think is super funny. Robin goes on to say that, can you believe some of her delusional stans feel that Ben's behavior at the Grammys was a setup done to align with the Dunkin' Donuts Super Bowl commercial? Listen, that's a bit of a reach. Right? Sorry. That's a bit of a reach. Let me tell you guys something, and this just needs to be said. Everything Robin's saying makes perfect sense. It is now looking, and even weird. Remember that weird article she put in Harper's Bazaar, where she basically said that when Ben left her, it sent her on a 20-year path of destruction in relationships, and now she's finally reunited with her love. I always thought that article was weird because it made J-Lo look so delusional and so desperate and so like, ugh, this isn't healthy. But when you look at it through the light of, you're trying to get your ex who actually broke your heart back. Again, they were engaged to get married. She seemed like she was loving his daughters. Again, I guess it was all fake because she's basically no contact now, and if the reports can be believed. But also to the fact of Arod helped her have kind of like a career revitalization, reach these new heights, invested in J-Lo beauty, got her to Super Bowl. Probably has something to do with her singing at the inauguration. Arod is super, super powerful, and he got money for days. But his fatal flaw is he is a cheater. And I think during quarantine, when J-Lo finally let her guard down, you know how it is. It's kind of like when somebody plays you, but you kind of don't all the way trust you. It hurts, but you kind of were expecting it. When you completely let your trust down and completely, right? When you completely let your trust down and completely, right? Completely give your heart and let yourself feel comfortable with a dream. And they come out of left field and disrespect you by talking to some floozy from, and again, I don't know if Madison from Southern Charms is floozy, but talking to some girl, D-list reality star that you were just on Instagram in her DMs, when you see somebody in your face, oh, that had to hurt. That had to hurt a lot. So while she talks about this love story with Ben, maybe the true story is you were heartbroken, you were desperate, Ben raised his hand and you said, done. And before you knew it, you moved your whole family to California, uprooting them from everything they love just because Miami had too many painful memories. Y'all, J-Lo is a sucker for love, but maybe Robin's right and we've been all looking in the wrong direction. And really, everything, even this showmance with Ben, is nothing but her trying to outrun Alex and how much he broke her heart. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I think this tracks. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.